Talk 49.
My guest today is a funeral speaker, James Houston. James, what is a funeral speaker?
So I celebrate the ceremony for the family without any religious parts. But sometimes do a prayer. We also offer Christian speeches where some parts of the Bible will be part of the speech. If you don't want a priest and you want it without religious parts, then you can have it this way, but you also can have religious parts in the speech if you want. So I do what the family wants.
How did you become a funeral speaker? How did you get into it?
In 2005, when I quit my job as a manager in a big company, followed the advice of many people. They said you have a nice voice and you have to go to the radio and you have to do commercials. And the job, I said, okay, I try this now. I have the time. I can do it. So I started to go to radio stations, to studios for recording, but this didn't work out very well. So, and in this time, Dad died and I did the speech for him. A lot of people said, why don't you do that? Because your voice is perfect for this job. And so I started to do it professionally.
You started to do it professionally, James. What did you have to do to become a professional funeral speaker? Did you have to do a course, or is it something somebody can just simply do?
Yes, this is not an official profession. So you just do it, and if you're good, you will be booked.
You support people in their darkest moments. How do you prepare yourself for this?
I see the job. It is what I get paid for. I am the professional. I am responsible for a good speech and a good ceremony. And therefore I am booked because the family or friends are emotional involved and are not in the position to do that, have the distance. My profession is, or my to do a good speech, and this is what I'm concentrating on, and nothing else. So I can have the distance in the way that I just look at a good speech.
Have you had any surprises in this job, James? Not all funerals are so sad. Some can be celebrations. But what are the biggest surprises you've ever had being a funeral speaker?
I have the full range of all kind of people, and I have it from doctor to a simple worker, all emotions from laughing until can't stop crying. Some people are angry because the one who died left them. So all emotions and all kind of people I have, and all kind of people, artists, politicians.
All kinds. Do you help people with the biographies as well?
I get in contact with the people to get informations for the speech and the biography, which I put into the speech then.
How has your job changed the way you think about death?
Yeah, it changed my mind in the way that I don't fear the death anymore. So it is something that became normal, part of the life. So I know that someday I will die. The only thing I fear, or still fear, is the way to death. The death itself and the moment of dying, I don't fear.
Have you chosen where you want to be buried yet?
Okay, no, it should not be a cemetery. My idea is that my ashes are split into pieces, and everyone who wants a part of me should take me with him, and then you can have it in the cupboard, or you can put it in the garden, under a tree. So everyone who wants a part of me, my children, my family, should have a piece of me, and should get me there where they can have me near them.
Okay, so you're sharing yourself around after you die. That's very original, James. Very original. How does it feel when you're actually working, being immersed in sadness? Are you emotionally exhausted sometimes afterwards?
Sometimes I feel sad about the people, yes, not very often, but sometimes the story of their life, or the circumstances of their death, or the family are sad. Yeah, I feel sad for them, but I try not to get involved. But if it happens, it's okay. So yeah, then I maybe have some tears during the speech. That is okay. I accept that, and then it is that way.
How often do you take your feelings home with you after the funerals?
Never.
Never.
No. After 15 years of a funeral speaker, I learned to leave everything behind me when I leave the cemetery. 15
years is a very long time. How has the funeral business changed? I've heard there are now tree funerals. There's all kinds of funerals. Well, what are the biggest changes in your experience?
Yeah, the biggest change is that more and more people don't want a coffin. More and more people want to be cremated. This is the big change, which is still going on, and more and more people want to be buried in the forest.
How do you feel about being buried in a forest? I know you said you want to have your ashes given away to everybody, and that's fantastic. But would you would you also consider being buried in a forest?
Yeah, this is a part of that, what can be. So if someone gets my ash around a tree, so I will be part of the tree. So this is a very, very nice idea. So I like that very much. And also I would like to have a part of me in the sea, because I'm a sailor and I want to go around the world as ash.
Where do you sail, James? Where do you sail? Have you got a small boat somewhere?
Not yet. Maybe I will get one. At the moment, I am chartering a boat, but I am sailing on a sea, Croatia. The next stations will be Greece, or I want to go to Scotland also. The west coast of Scotland. We heard is very, very nice. So I want to go around the world at the end, if possible. So this.
Brilliant. A full life, James, sailing and going round in circles, and your life going round in circles too. And you will become part of nature again. So full circle.
Yeah.
James Houston, thank you very much for talking to us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for having me in your show.
Thanks.
Talk 49.